The style is inspired, but with a touch of joy and fun. If you're gonna do it, do it. Say what you can do what you say. If you can't do it, don't say you can do it. Don't over-lever yourself. Don't over-lever a decision and then jump in and kind of dip a toe. I think I'll try it out. No. Think if you're going to try it out beforehand, but when it's time to go, dive, finish it, find out. Come out the other side. Don't leave it and go, if I just would, That keeps me up at night. I think it keeps a lot of us up at night. When you half-ass something, you just don't know whether you failed or succeeded, got what you want or didn't get what you want. Finding out and looking in the mirror and going, I didn't half-ass it. I went all the way. I found out, and that ain't for me. Or I found out, and you damn right that is for me. That's a great place to get to.
I think part of the challenges in life is a lot of us are running around half-assing ourselves, half-fooling ourselves, not full of ourselves, not studying ourselves enough, not holding ourselves to task enough, not patting our own self on the back when we do get what we want enough, not cracking our own whip on our backside when we do get out of line, even though we knew better.
I wish we were more full of ourselves that way. Someone said this to me before, Matthew, you're so full of yourself. And without thinking, I was like, well, who else am I supposed to be full of? That's a good life. And I stopped after I was like, that's exactly what I meant. I went and wrote that down. I wish more people were more full of themselves. I think we should take some time to be able to look in the mirror and own that thing that we pulled off and go, good job. That's what you wanted. It's what you got. At the same time, be able to, as we do more often, look in the mirror when we fail and go, bogey.
You pull that off. Give others and yourself more credit. Happiness, you can't guarantee it, but there is a science to satisfaction there. You can look at habits that engineered less pain in your life. Maybe more pleasure, but at least less pain. And that's a win. So much easier to be supportive and gentle of other people than of ourselves. You know, you will happily bestow this sort of gentle, reassuring pat on the shoulder when somebody succeeds or falls short when they tried their best, yet given the fact that you tried your best, you give yourself a kick on the way out of the door and a harsh word to follow you. Yep, because I got myself in the pickle, because things didn't go how I wanted it to go or how I believed it could go.
Life's the ironic tragedy. Life is pain. I'm the reason that I stepped in, which is also an asset. Even if someone goes, why are you giving yourself so much credit for screwing that up? We're going to make mistakes. You gotta own them. Then you gotta make amends. And then you gotta move on. Guilt and regret kills many a man before their time. So turn the page, get off the ride. You are the author of the book of your life.
There are habits that I notice of things I take care of in my life. Health-wise, faith-wise, father-wise, husband-wise. If I'm doing that consistently, there's less valleys. The ironic tragedy is that life has to be lived forward, but only makes sense in reverse. But when you look back, we can all connect every single dot. It's mathematical, scientific, how we got to this table right here. It's all connected. If we go back and look at it, there's a whole lot of, I thought that was the end. Well, it was the end, but it was the beginning of this thing.
What you're leaning into is that mystery going forward, right? That ironic choice that you have something to push off I don't know what I do want, but I do know I don't want that. You have leverage. Yes. You know, it's there. You know, we always say, well, who are you? You know, I want you to figure out who you are. And a part of that who's helped me is Bob Dylan's lines like, I don't know what all this talks about who we are, man. We are all just what we create ourselves to be. And that gives me a little, that's relaxing. But it's so much easier to figure out who you're not. Then if you start eliminating the who I'm not by sheer mathematics, you end up moving toward more of what feeds you and who you are. And it's a hell of a lot easier thing to go, how can I get rid of some lime ink in my life, than it is to go, well, how do I go to my true self? Do I want to press the accelerator more quickly, or do I want to take my foot off the frickin' brake? Sometimes the hard work and the endurance and the elbow grease, the work harder, we were talking about that hustle, is not the way out. Sometimes it's I need to back up, laugh,
have a sip of my favorite whatever, and dance my way through the raindrops out of the...
And even looking at the things that are bad and going, thank you. Appreciate that. If you can find something that you have an innate ability for. We love doing things we have an innate ability for, right? We have an innate talent. It's in our DNA for. And then go, now I'm ready to educate myself, learn, hustle, go after, see, create opportunities. Bam, bam. It's going to be in the prism of how I measure every situation where I am going forward. Hunt it down and do what you got to do to get better at it. And then it's hopefully something that the world can demand. That's a sweet spot. Now you're paying your rent, man. I got food on the table now. Now we're rolling. Now we're waking up with some purpose. Now we're waking up with, it's going to be a hard day today, but I'm not dreading Monday morning. Maybe you want to sleep in, but I'm building something. I'm building something here. I'm in construction.
You have the ability to do more than you can ever begin to imagine. It's like if you want to have everything you could possibly want and more, then be a good person. The better person you are, the more likely that is to happen. There's no better strategy. Don't just do it for the money. You can make a lot of money. When you find something that you love, you will study it. Something that you love, that becomes the difference between being in speaking and speaking being in you, that you will become not just confident, but you'll become competent on. Visualization is a gift to your heart and your soul. It's a gift because if the idea is the seed, visualization is the fertilizer. Life is not easy. It is not. Don't try to make it that way. Life's not fair. It never was, it isn't now, and it won't ever be. Do not fall into the trap, the entitlement trap, of feeling like you're a victim. You are not. Get over it and get on. And yes, most things are more rewarding when you break a sweat to get them.
Take everything away. And then what is it that you see in the mirror? Do you see there is the loving heart, there is the strength or the willpower inside this body, there is the discipline inside this body, there is a loyal person standing, there is pride inside of this. And no, you're not famous. And no, it's not. You were before you were ever an actor. What are you? What were you before you were MCA, before you were Texan, before you were an American, before you were an actor, before you were a movie star, before you were a celebrity? Well, come on, get it all off. And it was a purge. You're the only son can't get rid of. So we're going to duke it out for the rest of our life here. We're going to figure out how to get along. I think courage is the quintessential trait that leads to everything else. You have to first have courage. You have to have courage to quit your job. You have to have courage to get rejected. If you don't first have courage, nothing else follows. Again, it's not are you courageous or not, it's how courageous are you. It's not a binary. I have courage because I have done things that have required it. It takes courage. It takes courage to have a difficult conversation. Growth takes courage. Learning takes courage. Like this takes courage. Courage isn't for somebody else, for medals, applause, or moral debts. Courage is what, at that moment, feels most right for you.
One great philosopher says, cowards die many times before their deaths. The valiant never taste of death but once. What does that mean? The valiant people aren't afraid? No. It means that they experience that fear and they move forward. Move forward. Anyhow, many people are dead now. Many people allowing their dreams to die. Many people allowing their ideas to lie dormant and collect dust. Many people have all this talent and ability that they are lying to be buried inside of them, that they will take with them to their graves because they didn't have the courage to be who they are. And I say, as you begin to look toward the future and manifesting your greatness, it's going to take everything in you that your life deserves. The concentrated effort to begin to look at how is it that I can express more of me? How is it that I can bring my ideas out here now? How is it? And start living with a sense of urgency because you're here today, you're gone today. Life is unpredictable, it's uncertain. There are no guarantees. No guarantees out here at all. So holding back, what are you waiting on? Ask yourself, what's the benefit of your waiting? What's the benefit of your not living your dream? What's the benefit of not listening to yourself? And for many of you, the reason why you haven't gotten up yet is because you still think failure is final. Fear sedates us. Fear immobilizes us. Fear imprisons us. You better break out of that prison of fear and see yourself winning in the same place that you lost. Show me somebody who has achieved greatness, and if you pull up their past, I promise you, you'll see some failures and some lessons learned. If we can change our perspective on failure, our lives will never be the same. Stop telling yourself you're not good enough. Stop telling yourself you don't have what it takes. If you want your future, get off now. I'm getting up and I'm going to do this again. I'm getting up and I'm going to try this again. And I'm going to try it again, and I'm going to try it again. I was made to walk in purpose and to fulfill destiny. I was not created for the prison of fear.
Courage is the most important of all the virtues because without courage you can't practice any other virtue consistently. It's an emotion that you can't fake. If you fake bravery when you're terrified, that is bravery. Well, you should be afraid of taking risks and pursuing something meaningful, but you should be more afraid of staying where you are if it's making you miserable. Winning will cost you everything, but will reward you with so much more. It's going to cost you everything. Courage is something that rubs off on other people. I think it's enormously to be desired, to be around courageous people. And there might be different types of courage, some of it physical, some of it mental. Surround yourself with courageous people, or at least not cowards, not cretins, not the sort of people who just say the same things that everyone's meant to say and so on.
There's many ways people can get out of this non-life that they are being shunted into. Can you do what is required to fulfill your purpose? Can you do what it takes? Can you implement? Can you execute? Are you disciplined? Are you principled? Do you possess courage to walk in purpose and to fulfill your destiny? What would your life be like if you decided to become courageous? What would your life be like if you decided to act on your dream? If you did what you felt in your heart, you know what courageous means? Courage comes from a French word which means of the heart. You know what takes courage to live? Says most people go through life not allowing themselves to step out because they don't want to let go. They don't want to be blown around. They don't want to be moved. The courage to face life's whirling wind of contradictions. The courage to love yourself. The courage to take a chance. The courage to be who you are. Be steadfast, immovable, always abounding. Be brave. Be strong. Come out of the dark and into the light with everything that you have. Run after it. And you keep giving, and you keep pouring, and you keep believing, and you keep pushing. It is not the critic who counts, nor the man who points out how the strong man stumbles, or whether doer of deeds could have done them better. The credit belongs to the man who is actually in the arena, whose face is marred by dust and sweat and blood, who strives valiantly, who comes up short again and again and again, who in the end knows the triumph of high achievement, and who, at the worst, if he fails, at least fails while daring greatly. Please listen to yourself. You know the feelings. If you start listening to the feelings in your heart, and I'm doing it now more every day, I find that my feelings, I can trust them. And I say to you that as you look toward the future, you look at life on a daily basis, if there's something that you have been given, if you've heard something within yourself that you know that what you're doing now doesn't fit for you, it doesn't work for you, it's not giving you what you want, and there's something else that you want to do, don't allow that inner doubt in you to talk you out of it, to build a case on why you can't have it, to tell you why you're not good enough. You ignore that inner voice and all of the external voices. Don't judge the possibilities for what you can do based upon the circumstances, because the circumstances won't determine who you are. Don't determine what you're able to do based upon your resources. Don't determine what's possible for you based upon where your life is right now. Where your life is right now is not you. That's just what it is right now. But the possibilities for you are unlimited. If you're in a rebuilding process, it's unlimited. If you're coming back from adversity and devastation, it's unlimited of what you can do. That's the capacity of human beings. It doesn't matter how many mistakes you've made, doesn't matter how many flops you've had, doesn't matter how much money you've lost. In fact, I see it only as an investment of what you learn from life. Not losses, but investments of what's possible for you.
Once you start listening to yourself, and as you begin to act on your dream, as you start just trying to find your way, doing what you can with what you have, you will start seeing things opening up for you. You'll start attracting people. You say, where'd he come from? Things will start coming together, clicking for you. You say, whoa, you'll start brainstorming. Ideas will come out of nowhere as you focus on it. The key to it is to begin to focus, because as you focus on that which you want to do, that which we focus on, that which we give our energy to, it will begin to multiply. It will begin to expand. It will begin to develop your consciousness. And out of that comes your greatness. Out of that comes a commitment. Out of that comes a passion for life. Out of that comes a special power that you have in you that you haven't even called on yet. See, the powers that we have will never reveal themselves if we don't challenge them, if we don't put ourselves in a position where we have to use them. And the guy said, put yourself in a position where you can't retreat, where it's do or die, think or swim. Here's what you'll find out. You'll develop incredible swimming skills. Or swallow half the pool of life. You'll find yourself stroking unlike you've ever seen before. Through the inspiration of desperation, you'll become more creative than ever before. All you can do is all you can do, and all you can do is enough. Make sure you do all you can do.